very smart. But I know who is that. Okay? I will catch them in the tutorials. Wow, Solomon came. Very dedicated student. Okay, so good morning, guys. So for today, right, we're gonna look at product design finalization. So mostly about inspections. So once you get to know about inspections, right, whatever document that you create, starting from SRS, SDS, all of those documents need to be inspected. But obviously, you can't inspector. You have to appoint inspectors to inspection, for inspection, okay? Okay, the objectives for today is to explain product design finalization and to present SRS quality criteria and assign responsibility for them, and also to define several types of reviews and to examine inspections in detail, okay? Okay, the topics are listed over here. We have the product design finalization and the quality characteristics of SRS, and also about reviews, inspection going by roles, process and activities, and also checklists. Okay. Okay, so inside here we have a project mission statement. It's the usual flowchart that we have. For the software product design process, once you have selected the requirements, finalizing it and creating the SRS document where you have listed all the functional and non-functional requirements. Once you have done this process, the first thing that you need to do is the inspection process. Okay, where you need to inspect all the requirements. Is it valid or not? Okay. Okay, for the final product design step, right, it ensures that requirements are properly documented, so from the designer review, and ensures that requirements are valid, that is the product design is good, from the stakeholder review. Okay. Okay, so these are the quality characteristics of SRS. One is the well-formedness. So an SRS is well-formed if it conforms to all rules about stating requirements. Okay. And clarity. So an SRS is clear if it is easy to understand. Okay, and also the consistency. A set of requirements is consistent if a single product can satisfy them all. And yeah, completeness. An SRS is complete if it includes every relevant requirement. And you have verifiability. Every requirements in an SRS must be verifiable. Okay. And uniformity. A description has uniformity when it treats similar items similarly. Okay. And feasibility, right? So there's like many feasibilities, like in terms of technical, financial, right? So an SRS contains feasible requirements when designers are confident that they can be satisfied, and developers should check all these characteristics. Okay. So when in terms of checking the characteristics, mostly developers will do it. Okay. And yes, there's correctness. So an SRS is correct if it specifies a product that satisfies stakeholder needs and desires, subject to constraints. Okay. And yeah, proper requirements prioritization. So all requirements are prioritized in accord with stakeholder needs and desires. And stakeholders should check this requirements validation characteristics as well. Okay, so this is the formal definition of a review. So a review is an examination and evaluation of a work, product, or process by qualified individual or teams, right? Okay, let's say if you build any softwares, first of all, you release that software into the market, it goes into review, any product that you try to deliver. Okay, let's say if you watch a movie, right, it can be based on any genres, but still you will have a look at the review before you go for the movie, right? Like, is it worth spending bucks on it, right? So same things goes over here in the software field also. When you produce a software, even though it's just a screen design, people will review it. Obviously, it will be done sometimes by individual only, like certain individuals, or also qualified like individuals such as teams, where they specify mostly on reviewing softwares, right? Okay, there are multiple types of reviews. First is desk check. Okay, so an examination of a work product by an individual, so often the author, where he does the proofreading for the documents and stuff. Okay, and also walkthrough, sort of an informal examination of a work product. And yes, there's inspection, okay, and formal work product review by trained team of inspectors with assigned roles using a checklist to find defects, okay. So mostly, right, when you do software design, you have this thing called as usability testing, right? I mean, the users start from scratch, they will test the whole app, right, that you have developed. Okay, so those people mostly will be non-trained and it will be like sort of an informal review given by them. But let's say if you train a person to review your app, right, he will give a lot more inputs for your system compared to those who done it informally, right? Okay, for the requirements inspection, find as many defects as possible, right? And not intended to evaluate the author, right? And not intended to correct defects. And yes, it is expensive and time consuming when you are doing this inspection, right? Because if it involves real funding inside a project, I mean, if things go wrong at the very last minute, obviously you need to have backup plans, right? And obviously that's going to be like sort of an expensive way, right, to fix. Okay, and also efficient and cost effective, and can be used for any work product. Okay. Okay, for the roles, right, inspection, we have something called as moderator and inspector, author, reader, and recorder. Okay. Okay, so this is the entire inspection process. So it starts off with checking readiness, right? And then overview the meeting, and multiple inspectors by different roles will prepare and they will conduct the inspection in a team, right? And then there will be some rework and following up so that you fix the errors and, you know, back to the track. Okay? Okay, yesterday Monday's tutorial, right? Who was on the Monday's tutorial yesterday? Okay, Matthew. Who else? Okay, you guys haven't answered the questions from the tutorial yet, right? Yeah, only did the crossword puzzle, right? So you guys can start answering the questions from the tutorial. Only from those who belong to Monday session. Huh? Okay, others who belong like Tuesday, Wednesday, hold on first, okay? Okay, for the preparation activities, right, we have something called as readiness check, usually done by the moderator. Okay, and then there's an overview meeting, which is the short meeting, closely to 20 minutes. And tasks, schedule, review meeting, distribute work product, checklist, etc. And answer questions, may be done electronically. So most of this meeting details, everything will be done electronically, which means it is sort of an online thingy, right? Okay. Each inspector carefully reviews the work product using a checklist and takes several hours, okay? Okay, moderator ensures that inspectors are ready. If not, the meeting is rescheduled. Okay, reader reads through the work product. Inspectors note defects or raise issues. Recorder notes all defects, issues, comments, collects data, etc. The meeting should not last more than 2 hours. There should not be more than one inspection meeting per day. Okay, so in your case, right, for your group project and your assignment, in case if you want to do some reviews and inspection within the members that you have, right, within the people that you possess, right, you can actually make one of them inspector, moderator, recorder, reader, okay? And try to review your own software screen designs, okay? I know you don't have a fully functional app yet, it's just a screen design, right? But you can still apply this concept within the, the group project lah, okay? Okay, for the checklist, right, must be specific to work products and projects, should be modified continuously. Checklist items should be removed if they rarely turn up defects. And checklist items should be added to find defects that are often missed. Okay. Okay, so this is an example of checklist, right? Okay, so every requirement is atomic. Is it atomic by behavior, by nature? You have to see whether all requirements is atomic or not. Every requirement statement uses must or shall, right? Okay, so you have to cross back and check whether your functional requirements, non-functional requirements, does it use these keywords of must or shall, right? And every requirement statement is in the active voice, okay? If it's in a passive voice, you have to replace those with active voice, okay? So these are the checklists that you can build, okay? You might want to take this whole checklist and try to cross-check with the functional, non-functional requirements that you have, okay? Okay, as for the conclusion, the author corrects defects found by inspectors. The moderator ensures that all defects are dealt with. If the work product is much changed or still appears to have defects, another inspection may be scheduled. Okay. Okay, we have reached the summary already. Okay. Okay, inspection, sort of like a short topic for all of you to know, right? It's very, very short. I mean, it's straightforward already. We have certain roles. People can play that role. Okay, because I know you guys don't have a real client, there's no real funding involved yet, but still you guys can assume things, right? Okay. Okay, I think that's all for today, for today's lecture. Meanwhile, you guys can use the remaining time to discuss about your assignments, projects. Okay, so maybe around 9:45 I'll give out the attendance. Okay? Okay. So your assignment one is sort of like relating to your project. Okay? So whatever project that you create here, maintain the same one for the group project. Okay? Because I think earlier they had a confusion whether it should be two different projects. No such thing, huh? Maintain the same project. I don't want to make it very tedious for you. Oh, I finished very quickly. There's another 30 plus minutes. Next time I should do some activities. Kahoot. Do you guys play Kahoot?
Yeah.
Maybe Kahoot.
How long of history for Kahoot is this?
When I used to be undergraduate, I used
My last time used Kahoot is 3 years ago.
mine is 4 or 5 years. All of you had a presentation yesterday. This for SQL, right? How was it?
No idea.
No idea.
Haven't present yet, guys.
Oh, I haven't presented.
For them is tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Because I saw them performance yesterday, right? They wanted to present.
They present yesterday.
How was it?
She's very picky on the.
Miss Emma gave good comments?
Nope.
No?
She give comments lah. She give comment but not good comment. She give comment. But one of the guy in our class didn't wear formal. His mark got deducted.
He purposely didn't wear or he wasn't aware?
Short pants, t-shirt, slipper.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey guys, so I think we are already on week 4.
Huh? Huh?
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Not clear? Okay. Midterm test is held during tutorials. Okay. But tutorials is also there. I mean, the activity is still there for you to perform.
Then I think you can give us early, then we can finish
You
early and
prefer
show.
that way?
Ah,
Because the majority says they want to do it inside tutorials.
I mean the tutorial question. We can do it early and just show to you lah.
Okay, then I'll upload it beforehand. You guys do it early.
I just do it early, then after the midterm I just show to you the tutorial question, then I.
Everyone okay? From this side? I'll upload it beforehand. Right? So by this week, I'll just upload all the files for the tutorial.
Yeah, I mean the.
You guys can perform the
I mean just now I'm not.
Okay. Okay, for next week, right? Since it's a midterm test, right? For the tutorials, we are doing during the tutorials, right? The midterm test. But I still have the tutorial activity allocated separately, right? Okay, so I will upload all those materials beforehand. So you guys can do it first and then submit maybe during the end of the week 5. Okay? So probably by this Friday I will upload all the materials that you need to do. Okay? The lecture slides the lectures will be carried out usually, right? Tuesdays and also Thursdays, okay? Yeah, only for the tutorial. Since we are using those tutorial timings for the midterm test, we have to sort of find a way to do the activity separately. Okay. Okay, everyone clear? Okay. Yes.